Hey, it's Dana. Imagine that you have brunch all set up. You've got some baked French toast in the oven, which Matt is working on right now. And I'm gonna show you how to make these really simple quilted coasters. They come together easily, and you can make a set of 4 and have all of your brunch dreams come together. Matt, I love French toast, but I know everyone makes it a little bit differently.
Yep, absolutely. And I'm going to show you a really cool way and a very different way to do it. And for a bonus, it's going to be gluten-free.
Whoa,
yeah.
Unique. Okay, I want to learn
So
how.
here's what we need. Bob's Red Mill gluten-free bread mix, warm water, melted butter, 3 egg whites, and 1 egg.
We're making
the
bread first.
Yep, in the bread maker. And for the French toast mix, we've got cinnamon, vanilla, nutmeg, eggs, heavy cream, powdered sugar, and candied pecans. And then we're gonna bake that in the 7-in-1.
Oh, this is like a whole kitchen
it's a
concept.
multi-step process, but wait until you have it.
I'm
It is
excited.
absolutely delicious.
Okay.
And the recipe for all of this will be in the video description.
So we're starting with
Let's get
the
started.
bread? Okay,
So,
what am I doing?
Open up the lid.
Okay,
You're gonna take the bread pan out.
we just mix everything right in here.
Yep. So what you're gonna do is you're just gonna pour.
Okay, and I see that
That
this
mix?
packet came with,
It actually isn't, the yeast packet
Wow.
is actually included. So while you pour that, I will open this up. So here you go.
Oh,
Pour that in. Pour in your water, and then the butter and the eggs. And then just press start.
okay, it's that easy?
Yeah. And now that's only going to take about 1 hour and 55 minutes.
Okay.
But in order to make this French toast, I've already made a loaf and cut one up.
Look at you, little overachiever, Matt. I love it.
Right?
Oh, wow, that looks beautiful. Let me see this.
Yeah, so take a look at that, Brad.
Wow,
And that's gluten-free.
that's amazing. I'm
That's
gonna
great.
try.
There you go.
That's really good.
Really nice, right?
Yeah.
Now, this is like I said, this is a little bit of a different of a French
Yeah.
toast. Some people call it bread pudding. I call it baked stuffed French
Okay.
toast, so that's what we're calling it today.
And could I use, other breads that I make in the bread maker?
Absolutely. Even if
Okay.
you have some bread that maybe you've made in the bread maker and it's maybe getting stale, you can chop that up and use this recipe as well.
Yes.
Very versatile.
Okay,
So, very simple and a lot of really good stuff in it. So we're gonna take our heavy cream, powdered sugar, eggs, take the cinnamon.
I love.
Look, very, oh, look at that, it's like a boom. And the vanilla.
Man, all of this smells like,
It already smells good, right?
yeah.
So we're just gonna mix it up. So now I'm gonna get rid of the whisk,
Okay.
and I'm gonna want you to pour
Ooh,
all
this
that bread
sounds
into
fun.
here.
This sounds like, really satisfying. To see that all
Look
go
at
in.
that.
Beautiful.
And then all you wanna do is really scoop it around. So we're gonna
Okay.
just get that mixture to really get into that bread.
Okay, and it's gonna soak up
Yeah.
all that deliciousness.
And I love this recipe. It brings back a lot of memories. It's one of the first recipes I ever learned working in hotels of cutting up pastries and really making a great Sunday brunch. So this is
that's awesome.
great for Sunday brunch. If you have stuff you want to get rid of, because it stays really well in the fridge as
Okay.
well. So you can reheat it. Well, it is,
Really versatile, it sounds like.
really versatile. You just want to make sure you incorporate all that mix in
Okay.
and evenly coat the bread.
Okay.
So yeah, so why don't you grab that pan over there?
Okay. Here we go.
Yep. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold the bowl up, and I'd like you to scoop the mix
Sure.
into there.
A little teamwork.
Yep.
Okay.
My neat little trick, and this is something that's really neat, is I have fresh nutmeg.
Oh, that is
Then I'm just going to
the
grind
best
that on top
aroma.
like that.
I'm gonna get closer here. Yeah, that smells really good.
And then
Is it ready to bake?
We are ready to bake.
Oh, it doesn't have to sit for a while? It just goes
No,
right-
because everything's already been incorporated. So what we're going to use is the 7-in-1 oven. Okay, if you could open the door for me.
Sure.
So we're going to slide it in. I've already preheated it to 350.
Okay.
So we're gonna pop that in. And you're gonna now, using that right arrow button, I'm gonna have you scroll
Okay.
to 25 minutes.
25. That is not very long. That's
Nope.
great. Okay.
And press start. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
That's
okay.
easy, right?
Well, while this bakes,
Okay.
we're gonna go in the sewing room and I have a project that I think is gonna tie this whole brunch, breakfast, French toast theme together.
Sounds delicious.
Okay.
All right, let's do this.
Yes.
You see what I did there?
Matt, I am dying to try that French toast.
It's gonna be great. I'm
I
looking
know.
forward to it. This is one of my favorite recipes.
Okay, before we eat it though, let's make a little something. We're gonna make a mug rug.
Which is gonna be great because then I have a
Right?
place to put my coffee mug when I eat my
There
French
you go.
toast.
French toast
I love
and
this.
coffee.
This is
You're
what a
all
great
set.
idea.
Okay, what you need for this project, a variety of fabrics, quilt batting, backing fabric, quilt binding. And of course you need a sewing machine and an iron. And make sure you check the video description for all the pattern details. Okay, let's do this thing.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna teach you a really fundamental quilt block that
Okay.
quilters use over and over. It's called a half square triangle.
Oh, what a cool name. I
know.
like that, yeah.
Or you can abbreviate it like,
Yeah.
what they call HST.
HST?
Yeah,
I got
just like
it.
you guys got teaspoons, tablespoons. Okay, quilting is full of all that stuff.
Yep.
I have already cut my squares 8 by 8 inches, and we're gonna take 2 fabrics. And what is really neat about this, there's a bunch of different ways to make these half square triangles.
Okay.
This method that I'm using, when you're done, you end up with 4. Can you believe it? These
Oh,
2
cool.
pieces are gonna make 4
Wow.
squares. I know.
I like it.
Quilting is full of tricks. So I'm gonna sew around the edges with a 1/4 inch seam allowance, and then we're gonna cut it and see the magic happen. Okay, here's my square. It's
Okay.
all sewn. Now here's the magic part. Let's do some cutting. And this cutting mat is kind of cool. Give it a spin.
Oh, look at that. That is
Yes.
cool.
That helps with quilting also because sometimes you get something positioned and then you need to turn it. It's
Yep.
fantastic. Okay.
Excellent.
So what we are going to do is we're going to cut this across on the 2 diagonals, okay?
Okay.
And then you're going to see what happens. So you want to do that for me? How do you
Yep,
feel about your
absolutely.
cutting skills?
I think great, as long as I have this.
Okay. As long as you got the pizza cutter.
Yeah,
I mean,
I have my
what is
pizza
that
cutter.
thing called? Remember? It's called a rotary cutter.
Rotary cutter.
There you go. Okay. Press firmly. Cut straight. There you go. Okay, now we're gonna turn our board.
I lift,
Yeah,
you spin.
Look at those, teamwork.
This is teamwork.
Now you're gonna place it on the other direction there. Point to point.
Point to point.
There you go. And do another slice. I approve.
There you go, I need the approval.
Okay. Then I want you to take one of these and open them up and see.
And this is
Look
my
at that.
HST.
Your
Look at that. I like
There
it.
we go. So it's called a half square triangle because it's a square and
But
it
it's
makes
2
these right
triangles.
triangles. Yeah. And what is
That's
extra
great.
fun, let me just show you real quick because why this is an important quilt block is that you can make so many different other things. Look, you can join them together like that and now you have lines in your quilt.
Mm-hmm.
Or you could make a diamond by doing them like this. So this is a fundamental
wow.
quilting technique, right? So when you see a quilt, sometimes you think, oh, they cut these things, but no, they cut all these little shapes and
Oh,
put them back
wow,
together.
that's neat. Okay.
Okay, let's press these real quick. So we're gonna press all of these, and then we're gonna start assembling a little mini quilt sandwich to make our little
Excellent.
toaster mug rugs. What I think we should do, since we have this diagonal, is let's sew some diagonal lines into our mug rug.
Okay.
So I am going to take my little thing here, and I'm using, you always want to test first. I have tested this pen. It is a marker that actually disappears when you press with an iron. That's kind of cool, right?
Oh, neat.
More magic, I know.
Secret
So-
messages.
You're right. So I'm gonna do 1/2 inch lines. That's just, I think looks kind of cool. I'm just gonna mark them like this. I'm starting in the center and I'm just gonna sew on top of that one. I'll keep marking out like this. And if you didn't wanna draw these lines, you can use, sometimes there's like a little attachment on your sewing machine that you can gauge, you know, sewing specific lines, a 1/2 inch or an inch. But I am kind of simple. I just like to, you know, draw and go. Okay, we are ready. I think I'm gonna have you sew the lines because—
I'm ready.
Okay, this is a great way to, if you're a beginner sewer, this is a great way to learn how to sew straight lines. In fact, that is
Okay.
how I learned. So I've got—
And it's okay if they're maybe not straight, okay? Right? Just in case?
Of course, it's always, you know what?
That,
It is always okay. I just always tell people, do your best.
yeah,
right?
absolutely. That's what I'm here to do.
Yes. Okay, let's pull this machine over. And this time you're not gonna use the edge of your presser foot, you're just gonna sew, see your needle right here? You're just gonna sew right on top of this line here.
Okay.
All the way down. And I'm gonna pull that pin out so you don't sew over that pin. There you go.
All right.
Go
now
for it.
we're ready.
You are gonna do amazing. Look at you, you're driving fast. Nice job.
And
Okay,
then
cut your threads, yep. Okay, let's see. Oh, we gotta lift this up. How'd your line look? Pretty good.
Pretty straight.
Yeah, that is really straight.
Yeah.
I'm impressed. So from there, I've already prepared one with all the sewn lines here. The last step that we want to do is we're going to trim this down.
Okay.
So grab our cutting mat again.
There
and
we
a
go.
ruler.
I'll get that.
And you place that
Place it
down
down.
here. We are going to do what's called squaring up the quilt.
Okay.
And that just means get rid of all these loose ends. And you want to make sure everything is uniform. Like we want all of our coasters to be 5 by 5 inches.
Okay.
So I'm gonna trim off all this excess. Okay, so we've got this. And then we just need to do one more thing. We are going to attach our little binding around the edge, just like you would a quilt binding on both sides. And then we'll have our
We're
coasters.
good to go. Nice.
Our mug rugs. Okay, our mug rug is all done. Isn't that so cute?
These are great. I love these.
And I love that you have a set of 4. You can make a little gift. You could attach a recipe.
Yep,
Done.
absolutely.
Okay,
Ready to go.
please tell me that French toast is done.
I can actually smell it. Let's go. Here we go.
Okay. I am excited to try this because I can't believe it's gluten-free.
Right? Now,
Yeah.
we're going to add just a little bit of extra.
Oh, what do you got? Ooh.
Got some freshly whipped cream.
Absolutely. Yes, please.
We're just going to dollop on there.
Okay.
And a dollop. And now I also have some
Okay.
candied pecans. Let's get on those
I'm
on
definitely
there.
gonna get on that. How many is too many?
Never.
Never. None.
That's
All
a
of them?
never.
Okay. Well, there you go. There's a lot.
There you go.
Okay, and look, we got our mug rugs here
Wow,
with
it's
our
gorgeous.
drinks, and like our whole brunch vibe is just coming together. Here you go. There's a fork.
All right.
Okay, let's
Cheers.
dig in and see. It does not taste gluten-free. It
That's
tastes
delicious.
yum. And those pecans, definitely the added touch.
Good crunch.